skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry the cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bitch, this way before the deal.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thundered, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get to take off. A hater gets off, I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long, I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not me. Celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a turn.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jets' 44-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Dancing to his left, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He finds Yeldon. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell first down and then some. And finally brought down at the 38. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 38-yard line. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Oh, you got deep? Switch.
Now Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Ficken's kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing now is Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell, and he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
58, Mike. I got you. Shit. Watch the young lady.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down.
58 for Mike. I got you, Pop.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Safarian Jenkins has it. 23 yards, the final tally.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. On 4th. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a 1st down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Airing one out for Crowder. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From midfield, here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Big stop.
Allen throwing on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And that's caught by Beasley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
57-19. Check pass, check pass.
Allen now on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Bills 17, Jets 3.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Thomas, the intended target. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Allen running the option to the left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself, and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
58, Mike, 58, right there.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Crowder now to return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Guys, Mike, 49. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make it.
Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And here's Allen throwing again. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Alert 3.
Now Allen off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he finds Beasley complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Allen hit. He lost the football. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Going for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
What's the odds? Check 37. Check 37. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tighten up. 58, boys. 58.
Darnold, he lost the football. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
56.
Allen now looks to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs. And got his man complete. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 36 yards out. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Open man is Kendrick Bourne, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here, 1st and 10. Allen, that one complete to Yeldon. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Jets 6.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll run with Cannon. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Bills 45, Jets 13.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Round 80! Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Shoot. Alert!
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
To Devin Singletary. It's a gain of 10. First down, Bills.
I'm coming! Alert!
So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Bills, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, when your post, department your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills.